Walker, and welcome to Closet Conversations. Today, I would like to tell you about an event I attended called the Resellers Los Angeles Tour, which is technically a Posh and Sip put on by Poshmark, or better known as a Posh and Shop. And there were local hosts in the Los Angeles and Pasadena area called Infinitely Posh, The Side Hustle Boutique, and No Ordinary Flair. Those are three Instagram accounts you can follow. All of those young women are Poshmark sellers, and they hosted this event and gathered approximately 20 women from around the LA Pasadena area to attend this event. So the first stop was what's known as the largest thrift shop in the LA area, which is the St. Vincent De Paul Society. And I had never been myself. I didn't realize just how close it was to Pasadena. It did not take us long at all to get there. And it was indeed humongous. I didn't even get through, I think I probably, while I was there, in the couple hours we were there before, but I did get to go to, they have this little section up front which has, I guess, like the nicer things, the higher price things, or designer or special over there. So I did look there. But it was definitely humongous. It was so exciting because when I go, I've never been, and so every piece in there is brand new to my eye. So it was so exciting to go through, and I was able to find some really cool stuff today, and I'm really excited, and I want to tell you a little bit about what I found. So, but before I do that, basically we all gathered, we took photos, we got goodie bags, we even got a discount card. The Infinitely Posh arranged for us to get a discount card, which was 20% off full price items at this shopping tour. So that was really, really handy. And we all posed for photos. We met each other, and a lot of the girls were the same girls who attended a Posh and Sip event in downtown Pasadena like a week or so prior. So it was really great to see them again. But yeah, everyone was there with their shopping bags. I had my IKEA bag, and other people had their bags. And, you know, we were just all casual and dressed down and dressed to shop. And it was just a lot of fun meeting everybody. But once we got inside, everyone sort of went their own way. I started off in the coat section because I really didn't know where to start. This place is so big. But I started in the coat section, went through that. And what I basically did was I got a shopping cart, and anything that halfway caught my attention, I just threw it in there because I do the grab and purge method. So I don't try to make decisions in the moment too much. If it kind of interests me, I just put it in there to go through later. And so I went through all the coats, I went through all the vests, I went through the sweaters. Then I got to the dresses, and let me tell you, there were racks and racks of dresses. What I loved about the sheer size of this place is that things were not jammed together, and so everything was really easy to see on the racks. And so I had a great time. I found all kinds of awesome brands I'm going to tell you about, but I didn't even get to a third of the store. I mean, I went to ladies' long sleeve tops, sweaters, coats, vests. I got to short and long dresses, and that was about it. I mean, so I just couldn't get to everything, and I missed so many racks. I mean, most of that store I didn't even get near, but anyway, I was very happy with what I found, and I really was kind of excited at the brands I found. And there was one, what I call item of the day, like the big find of the day, and I'm so glad I got it. I really was on the fence about it, but what I've learned in thrifting, and certainly was evident this day, is that you just can't wait. If you want it, you just have to go on and get it. And because, of course, I was on a budget, and of course I didn't have unlimited funds, I found a million things. And so in the end, I was purging and really trying to get very serious about what I wanted to get and talking myself out of things, and like just hoping and praying to find something wrong with something so I could put it back. And I did absolutely put back something I was really, really sad about. Roz Nichols' tan suede jacket, but I found ink marks on the back of one sleeve. So even at $19.99 and 20% off, I don't want it in that condition. So sadly, I put it back in the end, and something else that had bad stitching on it. But anyway, let me tell you a little about what I found. And again, I was in a hurry. I wasn't relaxed. I ran out of time. It's one of the most frustrating things about sourcing when you're not there on your own volition with your own automobile. And part of an event is you notoriously feel like you're rushed and out of time. But here's what I found. So, and I'll do the find of the day at the end, but I was really excited at some of the brands I found. I found a Leonard Paris black knit top, like sweater knit top with embroidered flowers on it that was just stunning. And if you don't know the brand, they are a highly sought after vintage brand. Of course, anything made in Paris or France, is always a good candidate for something people are looking for. But I found that sweater. I also found a Juicy Couture cashmere sweater, but it was unbelievably cute. It was black, but it had like the top was like scoop knit with 3/4 sleeves, and then it was in like an A-line shape that kind of pushed out, and it was like cable knit at the bottom, and it was just lovely. I found a Bird by Juicy Couture black wool cape with leather trim on it that they had. It was like they were like giving this thing away because they don't know what Bird is. If you don't know the brand Bird by Juicy Couture, you're not going to know it's anything special. And that's certainly not a brand that's out anymore. And certainly Juicy Couture has, everything changed with that brand. But in the height of the brand, they had this secondary line called Bird, and it was, a lot edgier and awesome. So I found that cape with a hood. One of the things I found was I found a red silk dress by, I think it's called Agents. I'm butchering the name. Which was pretty awesome. There was also a black dolman sleeve sweater. Not a sweater. It was like a jersey dolman sleeve top with some sort of embellishment on it by Gold Hawk. That's the brand. It's pretty cool. I also found a really interesting top by a brand I've never heard of. Just a niche little brand. I'm going to mention it. But super cute, like silk on the top, and it had like denim fringe on the bottom. Really loved that. I got an H&M gray jumpsuit. It was really kind of cool, and not looking for H&M, but this was kind of different, and it was priced for clearance, and so I thought, why not? At that price, it's not much more than I would pay at the bin, so I gave that a shot. If you know the brand Anne Fontaine, you know how expensive that is. I found it's from France, and it found this amazing white. They're famous for white shirts, and it was this beautiful, beautiful white shirt which had layers and layers of collars on it and double layer cuffs, but the body of it was like a jersey, which was really different, and it had some enamel buttons that were just awesome. And of course, they obviously don't know what Anne Fontaine is, so the price was right on that one. Yeah, what else did I get? There are other things, but the find of the day, this I got to tell you about. So I came in and I kind of went over to the fancy section, and I saw just out of the corner of my eye something yellow, and I went over and looked at it. I could see, without them handing it to me, it was a Dolce & Gabbana jacket. It was this canary yellow wool crepe, like 60s style, with the like 3/4 length sleeves and just very structured, no lapels or anything. But in the back there was this big wide band, and it was just amazing. It had a snap front, and it had, of course, the leopard print lining. And I saw this thing, and the price was just giving it away. And not giving it away like, this thing had to have been marked like 95% of original retail, kind of giving it away, right? Like, it was just extraordinary. And then they had another one behind it, which was this beautiful, like somewhere between raspberry and purple trench coat wool, but it was missing the belt. And that really threw me for a loop. And for some reason, they wanted almost twice the price for the other one that was missing the belt. And I don't know, I guess they thought it was a more substantial jacket. But those two pieces caught my eye. And so I'm like, well, if I really want to spend that much, it was So I didn't know. So after I checked out and I bought all my things and I used my coupon and I'm out, and then I just kept thinking about that coat, and I'm like, I really should get this coat. And so I went back over and looked at it, and I really wanted to get it. So I went back to the lady who took my coupon. She says, no, we can't honor your coupon. You've already used it. And I'm like, ugh, and I don't want to, but let me get a manager or something. But in the end, the woman at the fancy counter honored my coupon that the other woman had taken. So she verified that I had it. So I got 20% off the coat, which probably made it 98% of retail instead of 95. And this thing is just gorgeous. Like it has one little tiny flaw, which is just some super tiny little itsy bitsy little spot on the bottom. We'll probably splash some mud up or something like that. But this thing is perfect. Like they wore it probably once, and I am so thrilled to get it. I mean, it's extraordinary, and it's the kind of thing that I'd have been willing to pay probably 3 times what I paid for it and still try to sell it, because my goal is to get that buyer who's going to pay a premium. That's my goal, is to hold out. It's one of those key pieces that are super rare to come by. And the fact that they had it there at all is just extraordinary to me. So that tells me really good stuff ends up in there. And for my very first time to have that Dolce & Gabbana score is just, one for the record books. So excited about that. But yeah, so that was the find of the day. And I mean, I'm hoping to price it like around $1,000. And new, these things are like $3,000. They can be more depending on how complex they are. These were not very old. Like, I'm sure I can research this season, but just looking at them, they looked like maybe in the last 8 years, 5 years. Certainly not any more than that, but we'll see. So I did not get the other coat that was missing the belt. One is that I literally didn't have any money. I had my whole budget between the money that I spent in the other one and then the coat. Like, just getting the coat was going to be a stretch. But the other one, if it had had the belt, I would have been tortured all day about it. I would have had to call somebody. I'd had been to phone a friend and be like, talk me down or something, because it was just amazing. At almost twice the price of the other one, it was, less desirable in terms of reselling, but there's no question you'd have made money on it at that price, even without a belt. There's no question. Someone would have either taken the belt loops off or just added their own, but it was just extraordinary. Like this, that heavy wool that they make and then lined in the leopard. It was just, still thinking about that coat. I bought a few more things this day. One is something I've never even tried to buy before, but I just thought, why not give it a try? It's a motherhood maternity top, but it looks like Chanel on the top. It's like a polyester tweed with the fringe all hanging off, and then this white piece that hangs underneath on the bottom, which is just awesome. Then I bought a brand I've never heard of, UC or UG, this amazing navy blue cropped jacket with some really amazing and awesome ruffles in the back and detail, and it's very structured like thick cotton. I bought a sweater that Odile. Now I wasn't going to get this simply because this is not a brand I would normally carry. This is from Anthropologie, and Anthropologie is not my thing at all. But this is an adorable brown, like woolen mohair cape. So I got that. And then the last thing I got was, it looks like a sample piece, like maybe they had a sample sale or something like that, and like gave the leftovers to St. Vincent de Paul. But this is a Jonathan Simca, a multicolor silk dress it has like a window pane design, and it's in a mint green, new with tags. So I got that as well. So that was my my haul today, and I'm really excited because in terms of the colors that go really well in my closet, I've got this canary yellow, I've got a lot of black, I've got the Leonard sweater that has the black and the canary yellow and like other pop colors in there. There's one skirt I put back and I regret it now because it would have looked great with this collection, which was a black with like yellow and green and red, like floral on it. But it was like a matte satin. It would have looked amazing hanging next to these other pieces. And I try to have a cohesive look in my closet, and I try to get things that are all basically in the same color story. So when I step outside of that, I am, I'm always worried about it. And it does limit you if you say, well, I'm only going to have these certain colors, but that's all part of curation. That's all part of standing out. It's all part of making a statement. So that's it. This is Jennie Walker with Closet Conversations. I hope you enjoyed what you heard today. If you did, please feel free to give 5 stars, thumbs up, like, subscribe, leave awesome comments. All that helps get this reselling content at the top of the feed. This is a super hyper niche. And so with the millions and millions of resellers out there, I think we can do a better job of coming together as a group, getting the word out there that we are a force, that we're here to talk about what we do, educate and inform each other and the public at large. Hopefully this way, the word will get out on a broader basis and people will be able to benefit. That's it. Jennie Walker with Closet Conversations. If you enjoyed the intro song, that is called Black Hat, performed by Jennie Walker and written by Jennie Walker and Tommy Farragher. It's available on iTunes worldwide now.
It was a black hat, it was a man's cap, worn backwards on his head. He was a cool cat, he'd been to hell and back. He had a look that stopped me dead. He had some